Hello, everyone, and welcome to Divorced Heroes. We're back at it in the studio with the victorious one.
What's up, everybody? We are back here, and we're gonna be shooting this one a day early.
A day early. Today is Wednesday. Usually we do Thursdays. We're going to do Wednesday because of 4th of July.
We celebrate, dog, America.
We're celebrating America, which brings us to our big hey what ups. First big hey what up is Cali's Cocktails. It's a bar in Cyprus, and I'm gonna tell you why we're giving a hey what up to them. They are open during the holidays, so if you have nothing to do, if you just got divorced and you're feeling lonely, you don't have your kids, go to Cali's Cocktails. Cali's Cocktails on Instagram. It's in the city of Cyprus in Orange County. It's a good dive bar. It's cool. Everyone there is really nice.
You got food?
They do not have food. They don't. So eat before you go.
Okay, cool.
And then
Second, hey, what up?
second, hey, what up?
The Sportsman.
The Sportsman
That's what Los Alamitos.
and Los Alamitos. Same thing with them. They are open. I spent Thanksgiving at the Sportsman when I was first going through my divorce, and it's a bikini bar. Sportsman's Bikini Bar and Los Alamitos. That's also in Orange County, but that's like right borderline Orange County, Long Beach.
Yeah,
it's a great bar. Same thing.
And I'm sure
bar.
the fact that it's a bikini bar has nothing to do with it, right?
Well, come on. Right. But if you don't have anywhere to go, it's the holidays, for whatever reason your kids are not with you, make sure you have somewhere to go. Those places are open. You can go in there, Uber, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive, guys.
Uber over there, shoot some hey what ups with those fine ladies.
Child support and alimony.
Yeah, you don't need that shit.
You don't need that.
Right. And then our last hey what up is to all of our military veterans.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. 4th of July is a big holiday for us. We love 4th of July. We love the fireworks, the barbecue, carne asada, cornhole, everything. Thank everyone who has ever served this country from the beginning to now. Thank you very much for your sacrifices. All the branches of the military, every single one of them. Thank you. Big hey what up to all of you.
And we have to say military because a lot of these cholos thinks it's veteranos. It's not veteranos, bro. It's military.
Yeah, the wrong veterans.
Yeah, don't take credit for that. You guys go for your own wars, but it's not the same thing.
You guys get your own holiday, hopefully soon. All right, so what are we going to talk about today?
So, talking about holiday bars or bars that are open during the holidays, we are going to talk about how to deal with the holidays and divorce.
Holidays and divorce. And you know what, man? That's a stinger, bro.
It is a stinger.
That's a tough one.
See, so for me, I always take the lead.
Go ahead.
For me, bro, my first Christmas without my kids was horrible, dog. Horrible. Like I was moping around. My girlfriend couldn't get me out off the couch, and it's just like. But it goes back to like last episode, right? When you start making your kids your priority like that, and you think that they're your life,
right? Then
you start living like that. And
exactly. You have to learn. And then when they're not there,
you don't know what to do.
There's a void in your heart.
Yes.
Same thing with me. Just like you, always been an active father. And my first holiday, it was Thanksgiving, and then you got 4th of July. Christmas I rolls in, and then New Year's, and it's tough. It's really tough, especially for whatever reason. If you don't see your kids, or she keeps them, or you don't have custody of them, it didn't roll on your day that you're supposed to have it. Say, like, let's say you have the custody certain days, and
so if you're lucky, you do a split custody, right?
If you're lucky, well, if she's in a good mood and she's willing to give you the kids.
Well, no, but if you go to court and you
right,
then you guys kind of dictate what holidays you're going to take, or if you're going to share that holiday, half with you, half with them, whatever, right?
Whatever it is, yeah.
That's if you go the civil route.
If you guys are amicable and you guys are in a good mood with each other. But if you're not, or she is spiteful,
yes.
Once again, this is Divorce Heroes from a man's perspective. Women, chill. If you got something to say, go ahead. Send us a Instagram.
Messages on the YouTube.
Hit us up.
Even if you want to talk shit, I just want to see something on this. I'm tired of giving ourselves hey what ups, man. Making all these fake accounts. Hey, you guys are awesome.
To all of our 5.5 listeners, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Nathan.
So
my little guy.
so if you have if you're going through that, So this is why it's so hard, right? You're so used to having your children with you
Right.
on these holidays, these special occasions. Now you don't have them.
Well, for me, it was what, almost 13, 14 years of
Yeah,
just
of every day being there, right?
every holiday. So this year, or the most recent year, right? Right before Christmas, they changed it up. They took away my custody.
Right.
Even
Yeah.
from going 50-50, I was trying to deal with that. Like, all right, well, I'm going to have to see you half the day or the day after, the day before.
Right.
They said, no, you got 5% custody now. So I didn't get to see my kids for 2 weeks after Christmas.
Damn.
And, a call is just a call. It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, you want to see them, their face light up on the day of, and then you're off from work,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the champurrado, and
Stop, you're gonna make me hungry.
it's tough, man.
Yeah.
And
So it
and
hurts. It hurts, and for me, I was in a funk, bro. I was in a funk, and talk about depression. I don't think I ever had it, but that's the closest I got to it.
yeah, yeah,
And I didn't want to do nothing. I was laying in bed. I mean, in the couch with Netflix on, but not watching anything.
right.
You know how it's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
that,
on the
the
background.
screen, the background
Yeah, it's
screen.
just on the background.
And my girl's like, "Come on, let's do something. Let's go here. Let's go there." I'm like, "Nah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead."
Yeah, you're just not in there mentally, and me, I'm very fortunate to have really really good friends,
Yeah.
like nothing like no other, right? And they would invite me over for the holidays too, and they'd say, hey man, why don't you come over here and hang out with us for Thanksgiving or
Right.
Christmas. And the thing is, you say no because you when you're around them and you see them with their
Mhm.
kids, you start missing your children,
Yeah.
and then you start getting, and then you don't want to be the one that's moping or sad. So you're just like, you know what,
It
I'm gonna
almost.
pass,
Yeah.
because it's that perfect picture that you miss in your life.
Yeah.
Now that you're living it through with someone else, or you're watching it play out in
Mhm.
front of you with your friends.
Yeah.
But it hurts the heart
Well, it's
so
just like you're
so
putting
bad.
salt on the wound.
Yeah,
And
man, it hurts so bad.
they mean well, and they want to, they
Of
want to
course,
support.
they want to support.
But in our heads, it's like you're lucky. You
You're
got your family.
lucky.
You got your
Yes,
kids. You got
I
your,
had this last
yeah.
year. I had my little ones running around
Mhm.
and kissing me and telling me thank you because they're opening up the presents. Like,
Right.
I had all of this and now it's gone. So,
So what's the alternative to say? So you say no. Let's just say
bro,
let's take them through like
so like I was very, like I said, I'm very fortunate because I also had a friend
hmm
who went through a divorce and knew exactly what I was going through,
the mentor.
and my mentor,
Right.
right? And he like pulled me to the side and be like, hey man,
Guys, this is just we didn't just come up with divorce shows, dog. This like there was like levels and
oh yeah.
seniority and hierarchy of this.
So
So it's just like the tabernacle of this.
he let me know, hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? And I said, I don't know, man. And he's like, hey, why don't you come over? We'll hang out, have a couple beers, and then we'll find something to do. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what we did. I think we went for a motorcycle ride, and then we came back to his house, had a couple beers, we ate something, and then we started looking on Google, hey, what's open? Maybe something's open, and that's when
Mm,
we stumbled on the Sportsman
mm,
in Los Alamitos. Big hey, what up to you guys once again? And then I remember we went over there, and hey, it's just, you're not alone. There might have been like four other people in there.
that's still better than
It
none.
it didn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
You're out of the house, you're doing something different. And then me and my buddy, as a matter of fact, this is a funny story. Two girls walked in there. All right. And
hmm
they were on their way to a casino like Pachanga, Morongo, or something like that. And they did a pit stop.
Yeah.
Um, and they started drinking. We were all drinking. We're hanging out with them. They weren't anything to brag about,
Yeah.
but they were very nice. They had a great personality. so, so we're drinking and we're having a good time, and then my buddy's about to take off with them. He was, because they invited us. They invited us. They were like, "Hey, you guys want to go to Morongo with us? We already have the room. We have everything. Morongo, Pachanga, Viejas, one of those casinos out
I can hear the music in the
in San
background.
Bernardino
Yeah.
or something, right? Palm Springs out there." And I'm thinking, I'm like, this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And then my buddy has a deep voice, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna go with him." And I was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And I don't know how I convinced him not to go. I'm sure he would have regretted it and called me the next day and said, "Dude, you need to come pick me up." But he didn't. He didn't go. Anyway, but that was my Thanksgiving when I first got divorced. That was my story. Christmas, I don't remember what I did for Christmas. It was probably very sad, but I remember New Year's. I went to Cali's Cocktails.
Yeah.
Cali's Cocktails was also open, and
No, I never thought about it, but shout out to those all the places, those establishments, right?
oh
That are
yeah,
open for, you know,
they're open for a
not
reason.
only are they're there, you know, giving up their time with maybe their loved ones or whatever, right? They have to make their money. I get it, but
Right,
they don't understand how they're helping us cope with these times, you know?
exactly. And then so you're around other people, you're just out of the house. That makes you
Yeah,
feel better, right?
it does.
That's that's from a man's perspective. Now, if you have children, how do
Well,
you
let me
feel
ask you
with
this:
that?
did it get better throughout the years?
It always gets better.
It got easier.
It always gets better, and it's better when you and your ex can communicate
Yeah.
and then set down some some guidelines, or where you could say, hey, listen, you could have Christmas, Thanksgiving, let me get 4th of July, go ahead and do whatever you want with the children on those days,
Mm.
or let
Do
me.
you see yourself being the one that kind of gives in more though? Like you kind of like you hold yourself back just so the kids don't have to feel like
Well, you always okay, so that, yeah, absolutely. Number one thing is your children didn't ask for a divorce,
exactly.
right? So whatever you feel, like, let's say your children say they want to go spend Thanksgiving with the mom.
Hmm.
Like, it's not on you, bro, to
It don't hurt,
it's gonna hurt.
but you don't have to make it a
You
big deal out
don't
of it.
no, don't be spiteful and tell them, whoa, oh, so you want to go, like, it's not their fault.
Well,
They're kids.
not only that, you don't like we don't understand as adults, right? And we get in our feelings, but we don't understand how these kids feel conflicted,
Exactly.
and they want to please both parents.
They want to please both parents and they want to have fun.
Yeah,
Kids want to have fun, right? Well, whoever has the family with the most amount of cousins,
I I
that's where they're gonna want to go,
I agree.
because they're gonna want to go play,
Talk about boys and all.
whatever it is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you need to understand that, and bow out. Be like, hey, listen, you have a bigger family than I do. That's fine. Go ahead and keep the kids so you can take them so they can play with their cousins,
Yeah.
right? Um, I do know of situations where they relate their anger and their spitefulness to the children,
Oh,
and they say, "Oh,
you know my ex. Oh, okay. I didn't know you knew her.
so they say, oh, really? You want to go over there?
Yeah.
Well, what about me? What about you?
What
Get
about you?
over
Yeah,
it."
get over it. You're an adult.
Exactly. Those are kids. Like, they just
But you
want
know,
to have fun.
again, bro, I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of this thing, I was like that. I was spiteful. I was like, oh, like when I found out the youngest one wanted to talk to the mom,
Yeah.
and in my head, like, well, your mom's not cool because as an adult, you know, the other partner, right? She's fucking the head. She's just out there doing her thing. She really doesn't care,
Right.
and you want to look out for your kid. But the more I'm going through this, the more I realize these kids need to learn these lessons by themselves. Because if you want to shelter them all the time, it's not going to do them any good. It's not going to do you any good. And at the end of the day, all you're doing is causing like a lot of resentment towards each other.
Right. And the thing is, as hurtful as this may sound,
Hmm.
the perception you have on your ex
Hmm.
is your
My
perception.
perception,
It's not
exactly.
your children's. Like, you ask my mom, say something bad about any one of her kids, and she won't be able to,
Yeah.
even though,
Mi hijo no es cholo.
yeah, even though my brothers weren't something to really brag about, but that is the
But he
mother's
got his
perception.
GED in prison.
Big hey, went up to Pelican Bay, level 4.
Level 4.
But but you know what I mean. Same thing
Yeah.
with a child. A child, for the most part, unless you're a real trashy parent, you grow up idolizing your parents.
Yeah.
And a child, because you had a negative energy, you had negativity towards your ex, doesn't mean your child's gonna have
But
it.
one thing I read, right, was and that's what stopped me from doing it. That when you do that, those kind of you know, things towards your kids, you talk about them, and it affects the kid because now the kids are, well, Dad, I'm part of her.
Exactly,
So it says, if I'm part of her, then you're talking shit about me too.
exactly.
And that's really what made me stop because I was like, so fucking bleep, bleep, bleep,
Yeah,
bleep, bleep,
yeah.
bleep, bleep. And I mean, I sound like a 90s fucking rap song. But I really stopped because of that because I'm like, you know what? My kid is going to relate to it. My kid wants, and the more I talk shit, the more she's going to want to be like her. Right.
Right.
She's like, oh, that's fucking talking shit. So I want to back you up. sooner or later these kids understand who was the parent that was active,
Yeah.
most involved.
And it's gonna take some time. Once
It's
they're
gonna take some time.
older, they're really gonna start putting things into perspective, especially once they start having kids.
Yeah,
Then they're gonna be like, hey, you know what? My dad was always there. He was always the one to do this, this, and this.
yeah.
My mom, me, not so much. Maybe she became my friend more than a mom.
And that's something we were talking about earlier. Like when a parent becomes a friend, to me it's a recipe for disaster, bro. Because
It
you
is
could be a friend all you want.
right.
That's cool, but I would 1,000 times be a parent before a friend.
Well, there has to be guidelines.
Yes,
There has to
and
be.
boundaries.
Yeah, we can be friends, but there has to be like me and my dad. We're really good friends. I
But
can.
growing up,
I mean, well, yeah, it was
it
rough.
had to be
But
fun.
even now, even now, I showed him something on my phone. That
News.
yeah. that I shouldn't that I shouldn't yeah, that I shouldn't have, and his reaction was he let me know immediately. He said, "Hey,
Why you watching porn?
no," he goes, "Hey, cabrón, I'm your dad."
Oh,
He let me know, like, "Hey, like, we're not friends, bro.
see,
We're
I think that's very important, dog. Because
yeah,
even as an adult, right? Let's just say you're sharing a beer with your dad, and you get too comfortable, and you want to act,
exactly."
dumb.
Exactly. He let me know. Even though we're really good friends, he comes and he visits me. He lives out of state, and he comes and he visits me about every 2 months, and
Yeah,
he stays for about a month or two. He let me know real quick. He said, "Hey, I'm your dad.
yeah,
Like, you need to relax."
right,
And I loved it because it put me in a situation where, like, hey, you know what? I gotta respect him.
right.
You know,
It's a little reminder.
it was a little reminder, and I'm a grown man too.
Yeah,
So for those parents that take on the role of being a friend, and you lose that respect
you do, you do.
because now you see your parent as a friend, and you
Yeah.
think, oh, he's cool,
Like she always
she's
shipped
cool.
out on the moms that used to party with their daughters.
Yeah,
At
that's crazy.
what was the hop?
The club in Lakewood.
Well, no, I was the
Oh,
one in the city industry.
okay, I never been
That's
to
where
that.
all the fucking they're
The
both
Cougars.
cougars and fucking kittens were at the same time.
So anyway,
Back to the holidays then. So I mean, to recap, so your kids didn't ask for a divorce, so you have to keep that in mind, right? You
right.
gotta really just be like keep it neutral. As much as it hurts you, it's hurting them. And you know what? To touch on that real quick, bro. I hope my daughter doesn't listen to this, but whatever. I was cleaning up a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ran across a journal. And part of me was like,
No.
don't read it.
Yeah, don't read it.
But it just accidentally fell and it opened on a page.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna be real, dog. Like all the boy shit that she was writing about,
Right.
I fucking ditched
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You don't want to see that.
But then I read a part where she was I looked at the dates right when we were separating, and she was depressed. She was in depression. Like,
Really?
and she
Oh,
was
of
like,
course. Yeah.
why can't my parents work it out? And I was reading all this shit, bro, and it was fucking eating me up, dog. Because
Yeah.
if only, I mean, well, first of all, she shouldn't know that, but if she knew why we separated, right? I'm thinking she wouldn't
Right.
be questioning it, right? But seeing that shit, I was like, fuck, dude. Like my kid was going through it. And because I was going through my own bullshit, I wasn't there for her.
Exactly. And that is what's messed up is we're blinded because we're going
Yeah.
through our own things.
Well, I thought she was fine the whole time, bro.
We always do because we see them laughing or we see them smile and then you're like, oh, they don't understand.
Yeah.
That's the easy thing to say, right? Oh, they don't understand.
Right.
But
Well, they understand.
no, they understand,
And
bro. Their
her,
world just went upside down too.
we talked about this.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But it's not when you read it and it really fucking like just stuck to me. Like, damn, bro. Like, my oldest, thinking that she's the oldest because I'm the oldest, like, I give her so much responsibility.
Right.
But she was also going through it the most. The little one was kind of but the oldest was going through it, and she had no one to talk to.
Yeah, and she
couldn't
hadn't.
talk to the little one. She couldn't talk to her mom. She couldn't talk to me.
Right.
The only one she could talk to was her grandma, and then the drama between them happened. So
Right.
I was like, shit, bro. So guys, understand that they didn't ask for this shit, but you got to be mindful.
You have to be mindful, and we're gonna do a whole episode on that. I think we already did, but we'll do another one on the children and depression and all that stuff. But when it goes to the holidays, remember, think about them.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna have the most fun? It's not about you.
No.
Oh, I want them with me, but what are you gonna do? Let's say you don't have family here.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, they
or
want to.
all your friends don't have children,
Yeah, you just
and
want to sit in the living room
ex-
watching each other. Nah,
ex-
go have fun.
exactly. So you want to think, okay, where are my kids going to have the most fun?
Yeah,
Is it going to be with them, with the mom? Is it going to be with me? And then just talk it out.
and I'm actually gonna have that talk with them today because Fourth of July is coming
Fourth of
up,
July, big
and
holiday,
it's
love it.
like by I get them from like 6 to 8:30,
Right.
so it's like that time where it's like you can't even go drop them off. They're gonna miss the whole fireworks, right? So
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm thinking of just telling them, hey, you want to be with your mom all day? Cool. I'm cool with that.
Right.
Plus, it's gonna save me gas. But like I said, guys, look, it gets easier. 2 years ago, I would have been like, no, no, 4th of July is mine. Like you had the last holiday. At the end of the day, bro, you want the best for your kids, and you want the best for yourself, and you want to have fun. And it sounds a little selfish, but you also have to make sure it's good for you. You know?
You have to be in an okay space in your head
Yeah,
in
because
order to be a good dad.
yeah,
Because if you're hurting and you got all your issues going on,
and they see that.
yeah, you're not going to be present.
Yeah.
You're going to be maybe you're moody, maybe you're this, maybe you're that, right?
And always ask them, right? Don't just assume, but ask them where do you guys want to go?
Exactly. Always ask them, hey, what's going on with you? What do you guys want to do? Where
Right.
do you want to go? What should we do?
And if they give you an answer you don't like, again, keep your mouth shut. Just bite your tongue.
Yeah, they didn't ask for this stuff,
Yeah,
guys. Like we assume that children are just they're dumb, right? I mean,
yeah,
and I always say that they are,
they are dumb.
but not when it comes to this. Like they have feelings too.
Yeah,
They deserve to have a voice and say, where do you want to go? Who do you want to be with? That's fine. And if your child does not pick you, it's not the end of the world. Hit up Cali's Cocktails or the Sportsman.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. When I got only 5%, it was the end of my world, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
having that break, bro, because I had it for almost 4 years, every day, you
Every
know
day.
that.
Yes, every
So
day.
having that break, dog, I'm kind of like cool. Like, you know what? It's cool. Go ahead, go with your mom. I'm straight. Let me live a little, dog. Let me live. It's like fucking getting on parole. Like shit.
You know, I know that when you're a very, very active father in a divorce, you get consumed
Yeah,
by your
by
children.
your children.
Everything revolves around them.
Yeah.
Where you go, even where you eat. I mean, sometimes like you don't know how many times I've gone to eat at a restaurant that I don't like,
Mhm.
but that's what they want.
That's what they want.
So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Or the music or the playlist on the.
oh, the music and not Jesus Christ, this music. I'm fortunate that my oldest daughter likes the music I like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My youngest one likes oldies, so I'm good too.
yeah,
She be
but
playing Burton Wood and all funk freaks and all that stuff. I'm like, all right. It's also scary, dog. 'Cause like, fuck, she could be that chick. So I think we beat this one already.
yeah, we got this one down. Once again, guys, remember, if you know anyone that's going through anything like this, go ahead and send this to them. Share, like, subscribe, or don't. To all our 5 listeners, thank you very much. 5.5.
5.5.
And remember, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You
There
got
it
to keep
is.
moving forward. Don't stand still. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Things will get better. Life will get better. I promise you.
Yes.
Happy 4th of July. And till next time.
Yes, sir.